And people are bringing up a good point in the live chat, which is Bluesky, which for the record, I am not a fan of Bluesky, but one thing I do like about Bluesky, and they are alluding to that, is it does allow personal domains, and also the username model for Bluesky is very interesting as well, and how it deals with this. So I don't know if you can probably talk about this better than I can.
Yeah, Blue Sky's like account portability stuff is interesting. It's still, I have to say this when I talk about anything Blue Sky, it's still not fully out yet, you guys.
Yeah,
You can't go to
yeah.
Blue Sky expecting federation and account migration to work. And Blue Sky just released the ability to host your own personal data server where you can migrate. Currently, you can migrate your account to that server, but you can't migrate back because they haven't enabled that yet. It's not a feature that they have. So there's no switching back to the official Blue Sky server once you leave. So it's just incomplete right now. It's there's definitely some interesting concepts there. But overall, as far as like owning your social media platform goes, ActivityPub and Mastodon is still like the way to go, I think, for most people who are really interested in like self-hosting that kind of thing, because Blue Sky basically has split up all of their services into like a lot of different things instead of Mastodon, which is basically all in one. If you install Mastodon, you control the website that you access Mastodon on, you control all the moderation, you control all the accounts on your instance, you control everything pretty much. Whereas if you host a personal, I think it's personal data server, whatever PDS stands for in Blue Sky, um, you're really not you still don't control most aspects of your account. You don't even control like who your account sends messages to and how that gets federated because all of that like moderation and relays and stuff are outsourced to third-party relays, which you're not self-hosting right now. And as far as I know, are still controlled by just a few companies like Blue Sky themselves. And you still have to access your personal data server through like the official Blue Sky client and website. There isn't like you don't go to your own website and access it like you do with Mastodon. You have to still go through the Blue Sky app and that kind of thing. And you're still not totally in control at the moment with Blue Sky stuff. And the model doesn't make as much sense to me as just ActivityPub does,
I
in
have
my
a
opinion.
question. I have a question for you actually, because the whole you have to still access Blue Sky's website thing
Hmm.
on at face value, and maybe I'm wrong, so I guess it's a genuine question. I feel like that is a good thing because, for example, when I receive links from people, like let's say there's someone that posted something cool on the InfoSec Mastodon home server. When I click that link, it never opens in my freaking Mastodon client ever because like you can't associate all these different home servers to a Mastodon client, so it's going to open in your default web browser. And there's also no easy way for me to like engage with that post because like the login, like let's say I open it in my browser and it's going to say login to infosec home server. I can't, like, how do I pull that up into my home server? So I have this weird usability thing, and I don't know if I'm using Mastodon wrong or incorrectly, and there's an easier way to deal with this. Alternatively, I think what Blue Sky's doing makes more sense, which is like it's one central website that you access, and therefore everything's better integrated.
There's always advantages to centralization like that.
Right.
It's usually going to be more convenient. I will say I don't have this doesn't bother me too much on Mastodon because you can paste any of these links into the search box in Mastodon and it pulls up that post, even if your home server doesn't know about it. So finding that post to reply to it is not super challenging. I very rarely use Mastodon on mobile though, so um,
It's better on
it's definitely
desktop.
like easier on desktop, I will
Yeah,
say.
definitely.
Um,
It's
but
an
I can
issue.
see I can see why that would be annoying.
It's definitely an issue on mobile because I want it to open in my Mastodon client. I feel like my Mastodon client, which is Toot, doesn't do a great job with the search. And for the record, I guess I haven't really tried like just pasting the URL, but I feel like the search on Toot just isn't great. And I feel like it's so many clicks just to pull up the thing just to engage with it. And so what happens is I normally just don't even engage with it, and I just send it to my Signal note to self, and then I never even give the post engagement because I'm not even logged in to deal with it. Um, so I guess that's like one of my complaints with Mastodon.